was his worst performance in the NFL to end last season?
This was the best game I've seen Justin Herbert play as an NFL player because he was aggressive, he was confident, and he did it well on both ends of offense. We saw him do a fantastic job in being aggressive in the passing game, working intermediate to deeper down the field. It wasn't just checkdowns. He was working intermediate to deep, and then we saw him utilize his legs, not just of the garden variety of just scrambling and get yards, but we saw him lower his shoulder. We saw him keep his balance. We saw him go decisively when the game was on the line to get the first down to end the ball game. So this was the best game. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Best game in Justin Herbert's career, in my opinion.
And that seemed to turn the tide of momentum, and then Justin Herbert did the rest. I'm happy to do it because Justin Herbert played the way that he did, and that team, for the first time in as long as I can remember, did not look scared in the face of Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid down the stretch. They took some punches, they kept their feet, and at the end of the day, we saw that play that Justin Herbert made to win it with his legs.
So anytime the Chiefs looked like they were coming back, Chargers had an answer. And this was all on Herbert's arm because the run game was just, it was marginal at best, and so they needed Herbert to win this ball game because it was a heavy pass script, to speak on what Ryan talked about. So Herbert really went out there and did the thing. So kudos to him, tip of my cap to him, and he really went out there on his own and with those receivers and beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the open.
This was the first time it felt like he looked like TCU Quentin Johnston. He even dropped that ball in the end zone, came back, had another touchdown. So that's a positive development. That said, we saw the fourth down play where Khalil Mack shoved Patrick Mahomes into the stands, and he throws a bomb to Hollywood Brown to make things interesting late in the fourth. Before that, though, we've already forgotten about the parallel to the ground throw that Patrick Mahomes made to get the first down to Juju Smith-Schuster through 3 Chargers defenders. So I think that plane ride is going to be eminently different than the previous plane rides that Justin Herbert's experienced in a pre-Jim Harbaugh era.
I mean, this is the most confident we've seen Justin Herbert. We brought this up in the pregame, how he did it with Josh Johnson. He's done it with Alex Smith. He did it with Colin Kaepernick. He did it with Andrew Luck and all those Stanford quarterbacks. And so when you see him do this, this is next in line in his development. And now the team overcomes Kansas City.
Fantastic play, obviously, from Herbert. Nearly matched by Patrick Mahomes and some of the magic he invoked in this matchup.
And we saw Justin Herbert take a few hits, but I loved what he did in that very last play. Once he was past the marker, he got down, game over. No need to take needless hits because that's how you get hurt, and that's how you cannot help your team if you're on the bench nursing whatever injuries have plagued Justin Herbert in the past.